Action. Welcome to the Unsought Opinions podcast, where you come for opinions that you thought you wanted to know, but then you realized you didn't want to know, but you stayed along for the ride.
Couple of things with your intro. Ben always credits the guitar. You just blew past it.
There was a guitar?
You also sounded like the dude from Thoughts for Your Thoughts.
What is that? Is that something before my
Parks
time?
and Rec?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Unsought Opinions. I'm Luke. And this is Luz.
Yeah, the guitar was great.
Thanks, dude.
Crushed it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's not like I need that feedback, but I really enjoy the feedback. There it is. We missed it last week.
Sorry, I had to get it.
So I'm glad that we got it. Welcome to Unsought Opinions, the place that you go for things you didn't want to know. We got Luke and me, and we also got Stu behind the mask.
Stu, man.
Or behind the camera, not the mask.
Yeah.
Stu, you got a mic today, right? How's it work?
Let's see.
Let's go.
Hey, we can finally hear. Last week had a lot of us waiting on just silence, so we're trying to work around that. So hopefully we've got all that ironed out, and we have Stu with us, the voice of reason. I don't want to say the voice of the Lord because he's not.
No,
sacrilegious.
Way too far.
But like
great guy, but way too far.
The voice from afar. How about that?
I mean, voice of reason.
Voice of reason.
The calm in our storm.
He's the wind beneath our wings. Yeah, so
Steve, what do we got this week?
We're blasting through. We nailed our...
This is a book club?
Yeah, exactly. We're soldiering on without Dan and Ben. It might be a terrible podcast, but it might be a really good podcast.
I think it's going to be great.
I think we'll have lots of...
Awkward.
Never mind. I was going to say a lot less talking over each other.
Shoot.
But no, you
That'll
got
be right
that.
there, yeah.
Yeah, so we missed Dan and Ben, but this...
I think it's fair to say our thoughts and our prayers are with them
You did
to
it
this
again.
troubling time.
It's unbelievable. You talked over me 2 times in 3
You
seasons.
sound like my wife right now.
It's just that you never listened to me. You didn't know I was playing the guitar. You didn't.
We're pausing this podcast.
All right. So it's everyone's favorite time.
Yeah.
Luke, I asked you this earlier, and you didn't have an answer. Do you have an answer now? How was your week?
Oh, dude, it was great. Yeah.
Cool. Stuart, how was your week, dude?
Yeah, it wasn't bad, I guess. I got nothing.
No, you got nothing.
I don't think I really did anything of note. You know, I'm still same situation.
Same old.
Putting some weight on the foot. That's good.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, a little
That's
bit.
Good. That's good. Did your wife have any days of birth or anything happen this week?
No, we already had our baby, if that's what you're asking. We don't celebrate... If birthdays? We don't celebrate birthdays in our household, if that's what you're talking about.
Why was I here the other day?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did have a party that Steve was invited to. And it was a party for my wife.
Well,
Sorry,
cool.
Stu. Next time.
Okay. And yeah, it felt really good to finally be invited to something that someone was doing on the
Invited
podcast.
and go to.
And show up.
Yeah.
It feels unbelievable to be invited to things and then bail.
Yeah, that is a good feeling.
It's like a drug.
It really is. It can be addicting. Or showing up late. That used to be my go-to, man.
Is that your go-to?
Yeah.
Or it used to be, I mean?
It used to be. Nowadays, I like to be on time. I do.
Okay.
If you notice, I'm usually the first one there for our podcast.
That's true, but you do that thing where you just sit in your car until someone else shows up.
That's not always true. Sometimes I'm building the courage to ask someone to carry my Mountain Dew from my car to the podcast because of the crutches.
Okay. Well, are you going to ask me about my week?
Yeah, Steve, how was your week?
You didn't compliment the
Hey,
guitar.
Steve.
I just feel very neglected in this podcast.
I'm so sorry. We can start over. How was your week, buddy?
All right. Welcome to Unsought Opinion. Dude, my week was crazy.
Did you do anything interesting? Anything at all?
I did. So I had...
Share. Sorry, go ahead.
I had some work in the mountains, and I'm bummed that Ben's not here because it's right near where we fly fish together.
Work in the mountains?
I had some work in the mountains. I had to go do an inspection.
Inspection, okay.
For my work. And so I'm driving, and the terrain of that area is extremely rugged. And so I, without thinking, just took my little 4-cylinder sedan out into the sticks because it said it was like in a neighborhood. So I was like, okay, well that's good. Not thinking
you're thinking gravel road at the worst.
Gravel road at the worst.
Yeah.
Thinking I'll be okay. I have a truck, but it gets like 10 miles to the gallon, so I didn't want to bring it.
You have a truck.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I've seen it.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm driving out there and I'm on asphalt and everything's good, and then it goes to gravel. I'm like, okay, I was expecting gravel, and then the wheel ruts start getting deeper and deeper, and the middle of that road starts getting higher and higher until finally my car just bottoms out onto this. Geez. And I'm like doing the thing you do on gravel roads where you're like, your one wheel is off the road and your other wheel is like in the middle of the road, so you're straddling the ruts in the road and stuff, trying to like continue on. Because I'm like, I'm not gonna just be a sissy about this. I'm gonna make the appointment. And so I'm just bottoming out, and all of a sudden the road just goes like straight vertical. It's like a 60-degree pitch. It's not actually, but it feels like it is. And it's just like big boulder gravel and stuff.
Jeez.
And there's an X on my phone saying good try as far as signal or anything goes. So I'm just like, okay, what do I do? So
Did you abandon mission?
There was a house there that was like an Airbnb. Someone was building like a tiny house kind of thing. And it was like still under construction. There was a building permit at the edge of the driveway. So I back in there because if you back into any of these driveways, you're going to get shot.
Sure.
Because you're out in the middle of nowhere. So I back into there and just sit and I pull out the information about the house. And the part of the order that I didn't see is the very first line says 4-wheel drive only. And I'm like, what do I do?
My car's got 4 wheels.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, shoot. Because I'm 45 minutes from my house at this point. I'm deep into the mountains.
How far are you from the house now?
So that's what I pulled out the phone. I'm like 0.6 miles from the house.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I can just go home and bail and lose the commission on this appointment, or find someone else because it's a rural. It's going to be a hard piece of work to do on the house or whatever.
Yeah. Or man up.
Or I can man up. And so I got out of my car.
So I went home.
I got all my stuff, and I start to walk, and I leave the driveway and turn and look at my car, and there's a bear crossing sign on the tree next to my car. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And then so I'm just walking up this mountain, and there's no one within miles. Like, it's just...
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm picturing that this is like moonlit night, but I'm sure it's like 9:30.
It was during the day.
Okay. But the way you're telling it is good because I'm picturing like...
Yeah.
Middle of the night, fog blowing through.
Right. And so, especially with this podcast and the things that I'm, not esoteric, but the weird things that I'm into and stuff, there's like squirrels that are like off deep in the woods and you hear like sticks break and stuff. And I'm just like all by myself.
Yeah.
And there's bears all throughout these mountains. There's Bigfoot probably everywhere, Dog man.
Is Bigfoot the plural of Bigfoot?
I like to say big feet, but I think people say Bigfoots in the Bigfoot
What about
community.
like Bigfootmen?
I like that.
Bigfootmen?
A lot of Bigfootmen and Bigfoot women. But that just sounds like they're people with big feet.
You really got to try and tie those words together as best you can.
Bigfootmen.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Thank you.
so there's Bigfootmen behind every tree. I'm sure of it, right? Okay. So, and I'm going in a professional
attire?
Atmosphere, or an air of professionalism that I'm supposed to go to. And this mountain is just stupid steep, and my calves are screaming. And it said 0.6 miles, but that's 0.6 miles straight up. So I finally get to the house, and I'm in like a button-up shirt and pants, and it's just drenched in sweat. And so I knock on the door, and this guy answers, and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I didn't read that it said 4-wheel drive only. I had to just walk up this whole mountain, expecting him to be like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry, because he's like a younger guy with like a ponytail.
Yeah.
And he says, oh. And then he turns around and goes back to work.
Oh, my gosh.
I just do my stuff around while he's working, but he just was not conversative at all.
Sounds like a lovely gentleman.
He was great. He was great. I think he might have just had his head in his work and wasn't interested in me being there or anything. But anyway.
Got it done, huh?
So I got it done. I leave, and I go onto the road, and fresh bear droppings in the middle of the road. I don't think it was there when I walked up.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh.
How fresh
dude.
we talking? Steamy?
It probably was there when I walked up. But it was still like, It was fresh.
You
like
could smell it.
within hours.
Oh.
Yeah, because like when it hardens, it like turns black. This was still like brownish, and you could see what it.
What was the
had eaten.
texture like?
I would say like partially digested cherries.
Okay. Healthy bear.
Healthy bear.
Healthy bear. That's
So-
crazy, dude.
Yeah,
What a wild story.
but I didn't
Kinda.
see him. I was hoping to get like a cool story. Like I
You
was
saw a
readying to scare off a bear
Yeah.
or something, and have like a cool story to share on the pod.
Can I ask if you were confronted with a bear? You know, there's like they say to do different things.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
If it's a black bear, I'm getting big, and you scream it.
All right. Let's say it's a brown bear.
They tell you to play dead,
Okay.
but I'm 3,000 miles away from any brown bears, so I should be good.
Yeah, but hypothetical.
In the hypothetical, if I'm at a brown bear, I think I'm walking through the woods very loudly,
Yeah.
like personally, intentionally whistling and talking to myself,
Making
and
sure they know you're
making
there.
sure that I'm because they're gonna book
They
it.
know
They're not.
you're the alpha.
They're not trying to eat
Yeah.
me. So
I have heard that if they charge you, you're supposed to like run, but like drop like let's say you have a backpack on. If you like drop what you are wearing, they'll take a second to inspect that before going after you.
Really?
You heard that?
I've not heard that.
Don't climb a tree. They can climb trees.
Yeah,
Bears are kind of the apex predator.
they are. But I don't understand why people like if you're up a tree and a bear is climbing up, kick him in the head.
Oh, dude,
You think
that's a tall task.
we wouldn't be able to do that?
I
Stu,
would-
could you kick a bear in the head?
He's nodding yes.
What do you mean?
Like if you're not listening to anything we're saying, are you?
Just
do
a
I
yes or
have
no
the
question. Would
ability
you kick
to?
a bear?
A bear is chasing you. You climb up the tree, and the bear starts climbing up the tree as well. Can't you just kick him in the face?
It's got a big mouth,
It does.
so you want to take that.
Yeah,
And here's the other
consideration.
thing too:
and
is
it's not like a deer head. This is a thick old.
the claws are going to be above its head if it's climbing, right? So you got to make your way past them.
Well, my thought is they would
Paws.
be anchored into the tree to hold him up.
Dude, it's scary.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You're talking like 1,000-pound bear,
well,
grizzly.
you're changing the game. You said brown bear before.
I'm talking grizzly.
Yeah, I told that story on this pod with when I was in California, and there was
I believe you did. Yeah.
it was the brown black.
Can I
bear
say
coming out of a garage.
the first thing that came to my mind when you shared the gravel road story, like your car, like
Yeah.
you ever seen SpongeBob, like the movie?
I've not. You know what's weird? I've never seen the movie.
What?
Yeah,
The one that came out like
with David
probably
Hasselhoff.
15. Yeah,
Yeah.
so good. Okay, well this can make no sense then. Let's move on.
Okay. Well, so that happened.
What else happened? Anything of note happened this week in the news?
Lots of things happened in the news.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about in the news.
So
P Diddy, old DJ,
what's going on with P Diddy?
DJ T. What was the other thing we talked about? Let's
The debate happened.
Oh yeah.
We were going to review the debate right after. I think
Yeah.
it's good that we didn't.
So with P Diddy, actually, Stu kind of turned us on to this. Stu, would you like to chime in here? Or you want me to take it away?
You're the expert.
Jeez.
I heard you listening to it.
Wow. Okay. Never. I don't even think I can name one P Diddy song.
Hey, real fast. Dan just texted and said, "Hey" to all the Unsaudis. So he said, "Hey,"
Oh, he's like saying hi to the fans.
saying hi to the Unsaudis.
Dan, friend of the show. Friend of the show.
And before we get into the news of the day,
Yeah.
today's episode is brought to us by Antacids.
Yes. Steve,
'Cause
can you do our ad read?
Where would we be without Antacids?
Yeah.
You know, when you got bubble gut, you got bubble heart,
Yeah.
you got burning arteries.
Uh
Antacids are there.
huh.
You want some spicy food,
Take it away.
but you're so scared of it.
Yeah.
Don't be scared anymore.
Don't be scared. What's the name of our brand that we're sponsoring?
Mint Antacids.
Bubble Hearts. I
Brought to
think is
you
what it
by
is.
Bubble Hearts.
Yeah, Bubble Heart.
So-
Yeah, if you guys have never been turned on to the mint antacids,
Which is wild because you would think the mint exasperates the heartburn.
I don't understand why that is, but I'm not smart enough to understand why that
Because
is.
it's the acidity in the mint.
Can you say acidity three
Acidity,
times fast?
acidity.
Okay.
Anyway, so go to www.bubbleheart.com/mint/unsought opinions squared.
Yes, and that's 4 W's, not 3 W's. The common thing is, but this is like the Triple W is becoming the dark web. Let's be honest.
It's true.
If something has a triple W at the beginning of its web ID address or whatever,
It's just big web.
you're talking big web, big pharma, dark web, BlackRock, all sorts of stuff.
Triple Dubs is BlackRock.
Quad Dubs.
Anyway, so www.bubbleheart.com/mint/unsought opinions. You can get 7% off your order if you order $100 worth of antacids at one time.
Mm-hmm.
It's great for those bulk holiday seasons.
I mean, come on. We all know that we're buying in bulk here. If you're a dude and if it's any time past October, you're buying antacids in bulk.
I literally, I'm not even lying to you right now. I have one on my nightstand every night, goes in the tummy.
Dude, every night?
It's bad, dude.
That's not good.
It's not good.
Unless it's Bubble Heart,
but
course.
Bubble Heart is great for you. I was using the name brands.
Yeah,
don't
I
use
mean,
them. Bubble Heart is obviously
the ones
a
that
name
rhyme
brand.
with Dumbs.
The Dumbs one. But you know what? I talked to my sister and she said, "quote It's just calcium, bro." She didn't say bro. That was me.
Yeah, but imagine you eat too much calcium.
What happens?
I mean,
wouldn't you just pee it out, or your bones would just be iron?
Yeah, iron bones.
I forgot to preface. My sister's a nurse, so medical professional
Is this
tells you
the one you
Bubble
married?
Heart is perfect for you.
This is the one you
as
married?
much as you want.
Okay.
I did marry her and her husband. I performed the wedding. I don't think that she's a listener, and I think that if I offered it, she would say no, thank you. Not the highest opinion of me, but hey, she's got high opinion of Bubble Heart.
Yeah.
So Bubble Heart.
Right. Hey,
Coming
so back
to a theater near you.
Back to the old P. Diddy story.
Yeah, tell us about that.
I didn't really know who P. Diddy was until when Stu walked in. Dude, he gave us like a 35-minute dissertation on who P. Diddy was.
I didn't realize P.
Because he's an
Diddy
artist.
and Puff Daddy were the one and the same.
Never heard of Puff Daddy.
You're such a baby.
Yeah, I am. So P. Diddy, not P. Daddy.
You could say either.
According to his list of charges. So P. Diddy has been, I guess, arrested. Stu, what was the song you said he did? It was like a remake on...
Guys, P.
I'll be
Diddy's one of the
watching you or
most
something.
famous people in the world. Like, you don't have to do a full long thing.
We'll post his Instagram links in the chat in the
Maybe
show
some
notes.
of you haven't heard of him before.
Yeah, we'll make sure that you guys know who he's at. Just check the show notes later. But yeah, I guess he got arrested for a bunch of stuff. Basically, it makes it sound like he was like the head of a crime family. Like he was arrested for running an organization that did like sex trafficking. Oh shoot, canceled. Can you say that word
from here?
Yeah, just do it.
Sex trafficking. What was the other thing? Racketeering, I think, was on there.
Racketeering, conspiracy.
Dude, if they throw
And all this
conspiracy
is
in there, you know
all
you're
this
done.
is validated. We're not just spreading.
No, he's been arrested. I think. Well, at least he's been charged
Yeah, but-
officially.
So
the
allegedly,
feds-
he has done all these things.
Yeah, charges are just alleged. Yeah, but
We're not lawyers.
court of public opinion, brother.
This is unsought opinions.
We should change our podcast name to Lawyer Talk at this point.
Lawyer talk with the boys only when Ben and Dan are not here
That's
because
true.
they bring the IQ down.
They really do.
considerably.
They really do.
So anyway,
What were you saying, Stu?
Yeah, so he's arrested by the feds. Let's see, one count of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion.
Yeah, and I listened to. I did a lot of in-depth research. I watched a 3-minute video before we went on the podcast, just to kind of refresh. And it was also the only research I ever did about it. But I guess there was some serious violence at stake. So P. Diddy, not the same guy as Puff Daddy. Check the show notes for who he actually is. But yeah, man, it's kind of crazy.
Sean something. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Never heard of him.
yeah. So don't do that, guys. If you're at home and you're listening, and you think,
Do you remember? I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you remember the? Maybe we talked about this on the show, but that '70s show guy who got arrested for like.
yeah, Masterson.
Yeah, Danny Masterson.
Danny,
Yeah,
yeah.
he got like life in prison
Yeah.
for. I think we're already canceled, right? I think he alleged. No, he was convicted for raping
Yeah.
2 girls. I think.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And
Yeah, dude, he had a son or a kid and a family, and like this was like 15 years after the fact or something that they
Yeah.
got him. It's just like,
which is nuts.
dude, just don't be a terrible human.
Yeah. Also, just don't run crime organizations and keep it in your pants.
That's what we're going to leave you today.
Well, no. No. It's not that easy.
Yeah, dude, that's
wild.
That's
It's also
wild.
crazy to see, like, there is a little bit of a double standard with, like, people who are famous. Like Alec Baldwin. Remember what happened to him?
dude, we are on two ends of the spectrum, I think, on this.
Okay.
You think he's guilty.
So I don't...
So for our listeners that don't know, Alec Baldwin was on a set of a movie.
And Alec Baldwin, we'll post who he is as well.
Yeah,
for those
he's
who don't know.
probably
Check the show notes.
He's a up and coming actor.
Yeah.
Was aiming a prop gun at another
He was
actor.
on set of a
He was
movie.
on set. He pulls the trigger, and it was a real gun with a real bullet, and he killed a guy.
Girl. Yeah.
Girl. Okay. And he obviously was let go because it was entirely accidental, and in my perspective, that should be the prop guy's fault.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't really have too much of a strong opinion about it. I just, like, I think of the way a court would look at it if it was anybody besides Alec Baldwin. If it was anybody else, they would say, the court would, in my opinion, have, and it all comes down to opinions, really. It's going to come down to someone's opinion. But they would say that if you're holding a gun, whether it's real or fake, and you're pointing it at someone and pulling a trigger, you should treat that like it's real no matter what. And it's the onus is on you to make sure that that's not going to kill someone. I think that's how the court would look at it, and they would give you an involuntary manslaughter. Which is not, I mean, that's like 2 years in prison. Sucks.
I
mean,
dude, I would not agree with that. Do you think? I don't know. I hear what you're saying, and I was raised around guns and gun safety and everything, and yes, but those Hollywood prop guns are going to be so lifelike and so real,
yeah.
and
That's why you should treat it even more real.
a lot of times they probably are real guns with blanks
Yeah.
in it. So how are you going to? He's not necessarily a gun expert to know the difference between a blank and a live round. You know what I mean?
I don't know. And that's kind of what I mean is I think that we're all kind of looking at it as like, hey, it's Alec Baldwin. He's not a gun expert. But if you had randomly heard that story, you'd probably be like, dude, you probably should have checked if that thing had a bullet in it, right?
But that's what I mean. It would have had a bullet in it regardless, if it was safe.
It's irregardless. No, I just think that, again, I go back and forth as well. Like, it's kind of sad to see, like, if he were to go to prison for that, because it's ultimately just a tragedy. I don't think he tried to kill her. It wasn't like a murder, unless it was, which would be insane.
Crazy.
But I just think that for everyone else in the world, the court would look at it that way and be like, hey, you probably should have made sure it's clear. Here's 6 months. Here's a year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm there with you.
Okay. That's fair.
But
Stu, you got a tiebreaker opinion here? Or no?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard conflicting, like, I don't know what the rules are in Hollywood and how they do that stuff.
Don't shoot people.
But they definitely have
I've
ways
heard-
of dealing with it that we're not,
privy to.
Kosher.
well, that they didn't do.
Yeah.
Right, and that's what I think.
So
yeah.
everyone says something different about, like, who's responsible for what.
Mm-hmm.
But I know if I was Alec Baldwin, I would feel responsible.
Yeah. He
I
did
wouldn't-
kind of look torn up about it in like the pictures following.
Oh, I would imagine you just shot someone.
Unless it was planned.
Speaking of planned assassinations,
Yeah, let's get into it.
dude, do you think the two Trump assassination attempts are related?
Dude, I don't. We need like a transition here. It's not really the right one. Okay, fair enough. Transition onto this. I do not think that they were related. You mean like as
I'm
far as the two
saying-
guys know each other?
People are pulling strings.
Oh. Well, I did see today that the FBI knew about this guy as well. Shocker.
They knew about this guy?
Yeah, knew who he was.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he's like
They always do.
he was like a nobody, but he was kind of somebody.
Yeah, he was on like news interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
In like Ukraine.
Right.
And it's weird. I think we talked about this recently on the podcast as well. Like, we all know, or we should know, that I think it was last week, that there's like 100 assassination attempts probably all the time, like a month for these guys. Probably Trump, Biden, all sorts of stuff. Ones that are just totally bogus and fail. But we have never seen this kind of thing happen in American history, I think. 2 different assassination attempts within 60 days.
Yeah, dude.
Coming pretty close. Like, I don't really know. So did this guy, from what I understand, let's set the story here.
He pulled off on 95.
So Trump is at the golf course.
He didn't know Trump was at the golf course. He knew Trump was in town, and Trump always goes to this golf course. So he pulls his car off 95, and he walks to this chain link fence, which is outside of the golf course. And he sits there and waits for 12 hours. He puts the barrel of the gun through the fence to kind of scope around and look and see if he sees anything. And that's when the Secret Service saw him, and they popped off a few shots. He jumped in his car and booked it. Somebody saw his license plate, reported it. They got him.
Shoot, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
that's insane.
If he hadn't scoped it out and waited, Trump was 400 yards away at that point. He was like a hole behind. If he had waited to poke out and peep,
dead.
Trump could have been gone. But that's what's crazy.
That is
like
nuts.
I
So
don't know.
now we've got 2 different assassination attempts within, I think I heard yesterday or today that the last one was 61, 62 days ago, which is crazy. That seems like it was a lot sooner than that. But 2 different dudes that they have arrested. One guy actually shoots Trump. The other guy...
They didn't arrest the other guy. They
he's been arrested for sure.
expired him.
Yeah, he's expired.
They unalived him.
Yeah, I like that. But
I saw a meme of a prominent family that has been mired in...
the Baldwin family?
No. A political family that people think they might take hits out on people. And it was the wife of that with eyes really big, and it said,
the Obamas.
"You mean you caught them alive?" I thought it was really funny.
That would be the old Hillary Clinton.
Is that why?
Now we're on the hit list.
No, it was
Dude,
George Bush's wife.
Oh.
Helen.
Isn't it like Gracie or something?
No, I don't think so. What's... Okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
but that is insane. I heard the initial story, I guess, was that he shot, like, there was like 4 shots exchanged.
Yeah.
I guess that's the Secret Service maybe that popped a couple rounds off at him. Which is crazy that they can just with him.
We're not waiting this time, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care how slanted that roof is.
Dude, there's this page. I wish I had the credits because I would post it in our show notes that are becoming increasingly long. We have to clean them up. But
I read them every time.
They're great. If you have not read our show notes, I encourage you to go to whatever listening platform. If you just click the bottom of your screen, it shows the show notes.
You can even add your own show notes if you just click on the comments section.
Well, yeah, and I will say, if you click on the comment section to our videos, just be prepared. It's a hole. You're going to get lost in the sea of comments.
It's a zoo out there.
Yeah, I mean, join in the conversation, but, I mean...
We used to try and reply, but it's just...
Yeah, I mean, I reply to the ones that I could make time for.
Do you want to read the one that we were talking about?
Yeah, sure.
Dude, it was really funny. It was really good. Did you get Bush's wife's name, first name?
Laura?
Laura Bush, that's what it was. Yes. Okay. Lovely lady.
All right, so this guy by the name of, oh gosh, I don't know if we can read that on the air. He says, "Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in or for talking about the topics last week. The conversation about if it's illegal to threaten presidents was great for my upcoming play." Oh gosh, let's go ahead and stop that comment. We'll go ahead and flag him.
That is not the comment that we talked about. That's fine. We'll just keep
We'll go ahead and flag him so the FBI.
They probably already do, but that's linking us to it, and I don't like that.
Gosh, man, he sounded really confident.
He was.
Really prepared.
He was a man with a plan.
Let's move on from that one.
Change your screen name too, guy.
Yeah, seriously.
There are
that's
children
disgusting.
that listen.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a guy on Instagram or Facebook who his whole page is dedicated to like making fun of federal law enforcement, and he has these shirts that are it's like a ladder, because the guy was like carrying a ladder. It's like a ladder and a gun because the guy was carrying both, I guess, and it says like invisible or like you can't see me or whatever. And he'll do these videos where he's like a cop and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" It's a guy walking back with like a ladder and a gun. He's like, "Nothing." All right, cool, carry on, man. It's ridiculous. It's actually really funny. But.
That's really funny.
So did this guy just got arrested? He didn't get unalived
He didn't get unalived that we know of.
yet.
And wait for him to be in prison, and then
Clinton's. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, I saw today. I think that Biden said that they're like dedicated to giving Trump more resources, I guess, for
are they?
For Secret Service, but I don't know, man. It's very clear to see at this point who is inciting violence and who
That's what's
is
so
the
wild,
political
is like
aggressor.
And so that's my question is who, if you're in Nazi Germany,
Yep.
the media makes it points it out that like all the movies with like I know you had the Brad Pitt one, but then there was the other one that was like the Germans that uprose and tried to take Hitler out. You know,
Valkyrie. Tom Cruise.
Was it Valkyrie?
I think it's called Valkyrie.
Okay. So there's all these stories and stuff of the people coming up and unaliving their leader because he is Hitler. And so we've done such a gross act of turning this man into Hitler, who by all accounts is not Hitler.
Yep. Wasn't it like the Time magazine that literally posted a picture side by side of Trump and Hitler?
And there's just no responsibility held for that.
No.
And so that's what it drives me crazy, because half the country has been brainwashed to think that he is Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course,
you're telling people like, hey, these guys in history that were heroes for trying to take Hitler out,
right?
This guy's Hitler too. Like,
exactly.
Kind of like nudging people onto it. And Kamala Harris made a joke a couple years ago, I saw, where someone was like, hey, you're on an elevator with Mike Pence, Trump, and you. What are you going to do? And she's like, do we all have to come off alive? And it's like, you're literally if Trump had said that, insinuating any sort of killing of anybody, like that is all we would hear about for the next 5 years.
For sure.
But these people just get away with murder. Clinton.
But my point is, we have kind of a broad net that we get to cast weekly, which is an awesome responsibility.
Yeah.
A lot of listeners.
Sure. Millions.
I think it's important for all of our unsides to understand Trump is not Hitler.
Yeah.
If someone tells you he's Hitler, say, no.
Do you see the mustache?
He's not.
No.
He doesn't grease his hair the same way.
No.
He speaks English.
Yes.
Hitler speaks German.
Yes. It's very clear. The mustache is not there. Listen, if
his
there is
outfit.
A sect of America that believes Trump is Hitler, I think we should dedicate a segment every week to like what feature Hitler has that Trump doesn't. Because at this point, it's ridiculous. Have you seen him wear the funny pants? The ones that like are kind of like high?
He doesn't have any bangles on his uniform. He doesn't wear a military uniform at all.
No.
He just wears a suit and tie. Also, if he was Hitler, Trump's kind of old, but he'd be a lot older.
Dude, the evidence is just mounting at this point.
It's insurmountable, I would say.
I can't believe this is still a conversation
Stop
we're having.
calling Trump Hitler.
Hitler is dead, we think.
That's crazy.
That is a really...
What do you think? Dude, should we get into this? Where are we at with time?
Yep, I think we should get into it.
Dude, we got plenty of time.
All right, so I...
Where...
Go ahead. Set it up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Isn't it weird that Hitler offed himself right before the Allies got there? Did he?
I don't think so.
Isn't it weird that Osama bin Laden, his body was thrown in the middle of the ocean to where no one could find him?
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that we do have Saddam Hussein's body and he just is dead. But the other one, so there's precedence that we do kill. No, but the Hitler thing is crazy.
It really is. So
The conspiracy theory is, one, he went to Argentina
fled.
and lived out his days there. Because Argentina, I don't know if you know about this.
Haven.
Crazy
Nazi
amount of
haven.
Nazis that live in Argentina.
They all retired.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Brazil as well, I think. But maybe it's just Argentina.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like tons of, they still celebrate German holidays and stuff. And
so
towns that speak only German.
Yep.
How much do you know about Antarctica? If you want to
it's
get
a place.
weird, do you know that you are not allowed to go to Antarctica?
I did not know that.
You can't go.
Why?
You have to have like a special permission from the government for scientific
Whose
research.
government?
The U.S. government, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Do we own Antarctica?
I think we should.
We're so cool.
I think it's kind of like the moon, where it's like everyone gets a piece, but
it's
there's
the
only
United
one
States.
flag out there. No,
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So the flat earthers think that this is because the Earth is flat and Antarctica is an ice rim that goes around the whole planet.
Okay.
So you can't go there because you'll find it
Okay.
out that it's not actually.
That seems crazy.
The other Hollow Earth thinks that you go to Antarctica, and we talked about whoever the admiral was that flew down there and found the Hollow Earth. So you fly to Antarctica, and then he just found he flew into this big, he started getting warmer and greener and stuff, and then he started seeing mastodon and just crazy animals and stuff like this. This is like a World War II admiral who's writing this in his logs and stuff. So it's kind of weird.
Tripping on
some stuff, yeah. And then you have the people. Do you know that we have maps that?
Dude, you are going all over the place right now. It's pretty great.
Antarctica's a weird place, dude. We have maps in human history that depict Antarctica as with green and trees and stuff.
No, I did not know that.
Like ancient seafarer maps that have Antarctica in it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, some people think Antarctica is
The Garden of Eden.
no, the
Bermuda Triangle.
nope, keep trying. The one that got flooded and sank, Atlantis.
Oh.
Others think that the Nazis went there and it's
Bring
like
it back
a
around.
giant Nazi base.
Really?
And that's where they're doing all their experimentation and craziness.
Like
and
to this
stuff.
day?
I don't know if it's still to this day, but that's Hitler went to Antarctica is a conspiracy theory.
So I think that I just don't think it's in Hitler's. I think
You think he would have showed it himself?
he's a coward. I don't think cowards off themselves. I think
coward. Never mind. We're not getting into that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that it makes you brave to do that. Let's be clear.
Do not.
You're not.
Trump is not Hitler. Do not off yourself.
Yeah, both stupid.
There is help.
But I don't think that. I think he would try to weasel his way out of everything. So I think that.
But
So there's a
isn't
lot of
weaseling your
weird
way
things.
out taking one to the head?
It could be.
And
It
so
really
you don't
could
have to
be.
go between
I could be wrong.
tribunal.
But I just think that. So there's some weird stuff. Was it I think it, so. Obviously, the USSR was pushing in.
Yeah.
And they were about to just take it all. And so obviously when he allegedly kills himself with Eva Braun, the Russians are the first to recover that remains. So I can't remember exactly what I had found recently, but it was they are I guess his dental records didn't match or something. It wasn't
really?
his or something. Yeah, there's some weird what they had recovered. They didn't let anybody in any other nation research it, and then I guess 100 years later. So recently, no wait, that's wrong. But I guess recently they I don't know. It's the dental records were wrong or something. There's a lot of secrecy around his remains. I think for sure that just like every other high-ranking Nazi official that could got out and went to Argentina or Atlantis or whatever. There's a show called Hunting Hitler, I think, and they go to Argentina and they'll go to these towns, and this was recently. They went a couple years ago, and so these are kids and grandkids of people that went there initially as Nazis, and the people would like invite them in their home, and like Nazi tradition is like widely celebrated. They're like, man, let me show you like my grandpa's memorabilia, like,
Yeah.
and it's like their prized possession. Like,
yeah.
that is so weird to think that there's a sect of people that are like, this was our heritage, like this is what my grandpa did. It's awesome. Not like grandpa was pretty bad.
He wasn't a great guy.
Yeah, he killed a lot of people, but like they are all about it. It's very weird. So I think, yeah, I kind of think he went there.
Do you actually? That's your.
I kind of do.
thought?
I just think that it's so weird. Like, there's so much up in the air about that. You would think they would like parade him around, you know, like parade his. Dude, the USSR was brutal, man. They would like parade him around.
You know what's even more interesting about that? The USSR started out allies with Hitler, and then they like turncoated. But what if they didn't actually turncoat?
Well, Hitler did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, what if it was like all a ploy? They were in on it.
I mean, they basically, yeah.
No, it's not. There's no way. There's no way.
Maybe.
But it's very possible that they just wanted to claim that they had Hitler's body, and they didn't actually have Hitler's body.
Yeah, it is very, very, like, I don't know. It's a very strange and weird. The more you'd like kind of look into that, it's like, oh gosh, why did the Argentinian like people just? I guess they didn't have a choice, but like,
Yeah.
just accept all these murderers and horrible people.
Right. Well, and it depends on which story they're hearing as well.
Yeah.
You know,
It's very weird.
didn't Tucker Carlson just have a guy on that was
I don't know.
saying
Did he?
Hitler wasn't necessarily the bad guy of World War II?
I didn't hear that. Did you? You want to share?
I didn't listen to the. I just heard Ben Shapiro was like freaking out about it.
Yeah,
he
I
was
don't
not
know.
happy.
It
But-
is. It's weird.
Yeah, they weren't.
Trump is not Hitler.
Trump is not Hitler. Hitler was not good. And there are so many conspiracy theories with the Nazis.
Oh my gosh.
It's so fun to dig into it because they were so into the esoteric and the occult and stuff.
Oh man, dude, have you ever? Oh, this would get dark, but like, have you ever looked into it all? Like, what they would like test human people? Like,
Dude, we talked about it in the crazy Das Rennhaus or whatever it was. With like the scuba divers were down there, and there was like
that's weird. But like
half goat
the,
people and stuff.
they were doing some weird stuff, man. Horrible, Evil.
Horrible.
Very evil. It's actually really sad.
That's what happens when you like you take the brakes off of science.
Well,
Like-
and morality.
That's
For
what I
the-
mean.
yeah.
As far as like science without morality is horrific.
Oh my gosh,
That's what
they were doing. some
Frankenstein
bad
is.
stuff.
That's what Jurassic Park is. That's what we have all these
Dinosaurs.
scary. Yeah, I wish we could take the
Yeah, I
brakes
wish
off.
we had time to get into dinosaurs,
my
man.
gosh.
My gosh. That would
But yeah,
be-
so it's like it's unbelievable that we have that in living memory.
yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
Which is, I hate it when you do that.
Where I just repeat you.
Yes.
You do hate it, don't you?
I hate it.
You know what I was thinking about? Speaking of not that long ago, a car made in 1999 is now an antique. You can have antique tags on it.
20 years?
It's 25
25 years, is it?
Yeah.
That is insane.
It's crazy. I saw like a car that was a new car. Like I remember it being a new car and it had antique tags, and I was like, oh my god.
I would totally do that, man.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to get inspected or anything.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, what do you think about the debate between Trump and Kamala? Kamala? Is it... Okay, there is a popular, I guess, discourse about this. Is it Kamala or Kamala? Does that...
Is it Kamala
the inflection?
or
Yes,
Kamala?
Kamala or Kamala? Kamala or Kamala?
I think she says, I'm Kamala
I don't care
Harris,
what
and
she
I
says.
approve this message.
How does she say it?
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Perfect. Yeah.
Also, it's really weird that I see a lot of Kamala Harris ads, and I never see any Trump ads. Is homie just not advertising?
So they're marketing to you, huh?
Yeah.
What's your search history?
I just think they have some great ideas.
Build back better, bro.
Yeah. Turn the page.
Did you see the most popular thing from the debate? The memes about cats and dogs.
All the cats, yeah.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Listen, the guy's right, but man, is he funny with his delivery.
Dude, it's...
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
I feel like it was such a missed opportunity for Trump.
Yeah, I agree.
To have... He just gets so sidetracked.
He does, and he was falling for some bait that she put out, and it was like, I don't know. I don't. Even if he crushed it, I don't think it's going to sway anybody.
I think it was irrelevant.
And
whatever precepts and like, if he's Hitler, there's nothing that he can say that will make you be like, Hitler's a pretty good guy. Yeah. Once again, Trump is not Hitler,
dude.
And Kamala Harris. You might think that she's great. You might think she's a sea witch. I don't care what it is, but if she gives all of her policies and everything and lays it out great, and it all makes perfect sense, that's not going to change anyone's mind. No. Who are the people that are getting their mind changed? It's 1% of the population.
It's really the people that are going to probably decide to vote, actually, which is kind of wild. The people that are undecided, but. I mean, it's the same thing we've had the last 3 election cycles now. It's the most polarizing people running.
Right. Have you heard J.D. Vance in interviews and stuff?
Not really.
Dude, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's
like
cool.
They were kind of baiting him with like, why do you believe this, this, and this, and this kind of thing. He was on like ABC or something, and they were interviewing him. And he literally was like, I'm sorry, this is so unprofessional. Are you going to give me a real question and let me answer, or are you just going to keep talking over me? And like, just like straight up calling him out and stuff.
That is awesome.
It was pretty, like, I'd be like, if Trump does get off, he'd be great. Sorry, Trump is not Hitler. Do not, let's stop trying to shoot people.
Well, I mean.
No, let's just stop trying to shoot people.
I think there's some people that need to get shot. not anybody we've talked about today, besides actual Hitler, but he's dead now.
Okay,
because Trump is not Hitler. But yeah, man, I think people should get shot.
What people?
People that need to be shot.
Are you shooting them?
We've been over this. If someone's pointing a gun at you, dude, they're getting shot.
Okay.
If someone's pointing a gun, we've been over this.
I'm
all for
circling the wagons.
On that topic, prisons.
Yep.
You want more people or less people in them?
Dude, every prisoner costs us millions every year.
I would pay so much money for more people in prison.
Just kill them. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Wow.
First one. No. First one. Dude, this is all sound effects today. Is that the one that you were going for?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I am such a big advocate for putting more people in prison. I can't say enough about it. It's my platform at this point.
The prosecutor against the criminal.
Yeah. I don't like. People say that prisons, like we want less people in I don't know. I love people going to prison. They need to go to prison. Does that make me a sick person? I'm sad for the person, but it's very good for society when people go to prison that need to go to prison.
Do you know when they landed at Plymouth Rock, the first thing that they built was a church? You know what the second thing they built was?
The old prison.
The old prison.
Is that right?
That's true.
That's amazing.
Yeah. You got a place for the good, the place for the bad.
Yeah. It's what needs to happen.
Yeah. I was in the store with my 5-year-old, and he...
Friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show. He had to go to the bathroom, so I took him into the bathroom, and he peed at the urinal. And then he's like, oh, no, I got to poop. So he goes and goes in the stall, and he starts pooping. So I go in there with him. And
in the stall?
Yeah, because he doesn't wipe himself yet.
Okay.
So I start pulling... I start pulling out some toilet paper and like folding it up, and I turn and look, and he's staring at me. He's just dead faced. He says, I'm not even close to needing that yet. He's just so serious. He's like, Dad, I'm not even close to needing it.
Oh, gosh.
Like, all right, holster that.
When kids are 5 years old, you got to wipe their butt?
Dude, you shouldn't. This summer we were supposed to work on it. He just started kindergarten. That's kind of like the age where they have to stop.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'm in that for the next 5 years.
I mean, you're not changing diapers, which is good.
I'm changing diapers.
No, I mean, he's not in diapers. He just, when he makes a poop, you got to wipe it.
Oh, gosh.
Dude, yeah.
I'm just putting him in the shower.
Girls are worse.
I mean, yeah. I love my daughter, but
yeah,
I know what you mean.
It's just you're in for it because everything's internal as opposed to
I don't want to talk
external.
about it. I guess I just want to move on.
When you're in the bathroom, no, that's a weird one too. Is like the age when you're with your daughter,
yeah,
and you have to send her into the bathroom by yourself, or are you taking her into the stall with you? Kind of.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
it's such a bad world we live in that there's no easy answer there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I plan to just not let anybody out of my house.
That's good
for the next 20 years. Anybody that steps foot.
Looks like it's going to be a longer pod than intended. Yeah, so shout out to the Bomb Starks for opening up their house.
Appreciate that.
The new... sorry, dude. We don't know who the Bomb Starks are.
Would you stop saying it?
For opening up for the new studio. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, we invested.
It's got a nice table.
I mean...
Seems solid.
Only the best for the Unsaudis.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got chargers in it.
As you can probably see, if you're looking.
Yeah. I mean...
Have we run out of
How
everything?
many people have tuned in live right now?
We're at 1.
Million.
Including us.
1 million. I think we've run out of stuff to talk about.
Dude, I had some notes. This is... Yeah.
The old 2-man pod.
The old 2-man pod. I went hunting on Saturday. Didn't even see a squirrel.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
What's the furthest you would drive to pick up an item?
Depends what the item is.
Let's say it's something you really want.
So if it's like an airplane, I'll go to Kentucky.
Okay.
Or wherever.
I'm talking something that... I'm asking this because it happened to me recently.
Sure.
Faced with I want that thing, but I've got to drive.
Is it something that can be shipped, or is it...
It's like a Craigslist type thing, so they're not going to ship it, but you'd have to drive and go get it and bring it back.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? We were looking for a counter for our bathroom, like a vanity, when I was redoing it. And, that's another story. Remind me of the plumber story. But
hey, Steve, what's the plumber story?
We drove all the way to West Virginia to pick up this counter or vanity. It's 2.5 hours or something. So we made a day trip of it. We stopped at a couple different towns and stuff and looked around and whatnot. And I'm giving him updates hey, we're an hour away and not hearing anything back. Hey, we're 30 minutes away, not hearing anything back. And we finally get to the town and it's 15 minutes. I'm like, dude, we're 15 minutes away. And I get a text hey, dude, today's not good. Try tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh.
I was so mad.
Did you let him know?
No.
I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, my God.
I should have. But based off his profile picture, he's not someone that I would want to upset.
That's fair.
So I was just...
That's ridiculous. Did you go back the next day?
No.
Oh, good.
I said, no, I live hours and hours away. All right, I'm not coming back. So...
What a dumbo.
What a dum-dum. Just a dum-dum.
Dum-dum.
And it really bugs me when you're selling something on Facebook and someone says, what's your lowest price? Don't. Trump is not Hitler. Do not ask people, what's your lowest price?
Make me an offer.
I always say, I'm not going to negotiate against myself, dum-dum.
Yeah.
I said, what's your highest price?
Yeah.
He said, tell me your lowest price and I'll tell you my highest price.
That's the dumbest
I was
thing
like, are you new to this?
Isn't it?
Do you not know
Is
what
this a
haggling
card game to
is?
you?
So I said, it's listed for X, so that's my lowest price. And then I didn't hear anything back from him. I'm like, you're ding dong.
People are so scammy, too, on Facebook Marketplace. My gosh. You list anything, and you have a million scam messages.
Scammers.
Send you money through Western Credit Union or whatever.
Yeah, and you're telling me I can get a 2024 Ford Bronco for $200? I've fallen for that 6 times.
Dude, where's the steal?
They keep getting me.
I keep sending them the cash.
It's the same guy every time. No, but speaking of, I was renovating our bathroom, and it wouldn't be a podcast without plumber talk. So I have to finally brought a plumber in. It was a family friend. And we're looking through the pipes and stuff. And this guy's a professional, right? Even he's just like, dude, I don't understand what's happening. So we're downstairs and we're looking through the ceiling at the holes that I've cut out at the pipes that is where the water's leaking into my living room. And we go upstairs into the bathroom and we're looking at it from there. And we come back down, we look at it there, and then we go in the other bathroom and we're looking at it there. We can't figure it out. So we're like running the shower, flushing toilets, trying to recreate this thing. Come downstairs, there's water all over my ceiling.
Oh.
Like, not even close to where the holes are, like all over the ceiling. And I'm like, what happened? I'm like, well, at least we were able to recreate it, but
You need to go home right now?
It's never been like this before, dude. It's just water, like, dripping. And so he gets up, he's like, it's really weird. Like, the water's dripping on this side, but it's not wet on the top side of the drywall and on the ceiling and stuff. So I'm like, what possibly could have happened? When we were upstairs, my daughter took a spray bottle and was just shooting the ceiling.
Are you serious? On purpose?
Yes.
Oh.
It was the best prank.
Dude, that is diabolical.
She's diabolical.
Dude, are you serious? That's incredible. That is so evil.
No, honestly,
you respected it.
I wanted it. I respected it.
Yeah.
And then after
that's so good you have to respect
after the dude left, I was like, were you actually trying to prank us? And she said, no, I was just kind of being dumb. Like, she was just spraying it. So I lost a little bit of respect for it. But
yeah,
I was like, you got to be kidding me.
That's genius.
Genius.
That is it. I think it's on purpose.
I
knowing
want
your
to
daughter.
knowing my daughter, I want to think that is on purpose.
And watch out.
Yeah.
Because that was so good that...
She will either destroy the world or run the world one day.
Yeah.
Like, she's got so much power, and the goal is going to be trying to figure out how to harness that.
Yeah.
But
speaking of destroying the world and saving the world, Trump is not Hitler.
Trump is not Hitler.
Remember that.
When you are on Facebook,
Yep.
do not say what's your lowest price.
Also,
not.
don't ask for the address before you have even engaged in a seller's conversation.
And don't say, I'm in town. I've already driven. Where are you at?
Yeah. Also, don't say, hey, is this available? My gosh.
Yeah.
Just the standard text.
Just tell me you're interested.
Yeah. Just say something that makes you sound like a human.
Like, how's your day?
Yeah.
Ask the guy, how's your day?
Yeah.
Hey, we're not asking for a lot.
You know what? I'm going to go on a ledge here.
A lip?
Send him an emoji. Be a friendly person.
Dang. Someone sends me an emoji, you're top of the list, bro.
Yeah, careful the emoji, because you might.
Yeah. Yeah.
But send the emoji.
Yeah.
Send the emoji, people.
And stop sending us harmful messages
Yeah.
in the comments. We don't want that.
I think. Can you grab the guitar?
Oh, I would love to.
But just hang on. But go ahead. I'm going to keep this going, but go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Get it? I would love to. Let's kill this dog. I mean,
shoot the pig in the head,
shoot
bro.
the pig. Yeah, people. So remember.
I'm going to change it up and do a different one.
Okay. A little lively, huh? Okay. Remember, I'm going to give this the old Ben Dub impression. That as you live out your week this week, don't be afraid to send the emoji. Go out on a lip. Send the emoji. Be a kind human. Go to prison if you need to. Go to church if you need to. And wherever you go, remember, Trump is not Hitler. Have a great week.